Well, I've got my, I still got my bandana on. Anybody's daughter came over and we dug a tick out of her shoulder. And, oh, I had my cowboy hat and my bandana on. I look real cowboyish, but that's not what I came to talk about. While she was here, we've got a fire pot out in the backyard. It's actually quite a nice thing. It's got a big crack in it, and we stopped using it and set it aside a year ago. And I was expecting at any moment with the freezing and everything that it would fall apart, but it didn't. So she wants a fire pit, and she came over and I showed it to her today, and she said, man, she really liked that. So I'm gonna try to patch it up for her. So I've got some of my Pour 15 epoxy putty. Y'all have seen me do body work, literally, with this stuff before. I had a big body section on the roof, the back fender, I guess, on the Ford, 55 Ford wagon, and I fixed with this stuff. So I'm gonna try to fix that it's got a very long crack in that, and I'm gonna pull some of this off. It's a two-part thing, and I'm gonna pull some of this off and roll it out and mix it up right here on top of this Arizona sweet tea box. By the way, I disinfected the table and the box and everything else, trying to keep in line with safety precautions having to do with the current plague. I think I've got some more of this 415 stuff. And I hope I do, because this doesn't look like it's very much of it. But I'll just pull off a little at a time. This is a little bit crinkly. It hasn't been used up. It's been sitting in that room for a long time, but it didn't all harden up, which is a good thing. Because these things could, they could harden up and turn into a block of stone and then be totally useless. And although it feels a little dried up, I think it's fine. So what I use the box for is to put it on and roll it out with once I've twisted it up and mixed it up and everything. And yeah, I think this is good stuff for what I'm about to use it for. And I know it's seriously good stuff for, well, just like I had a rusty spot in a fender, but it was just a little rust hole about the size of your thumb, and I just spread it over the top and then sanded it. And when it left here, it was still good, so I don't know how it's holding up out of Mitch's place, but I was able to fix that way, so that worked out good. Oh, I just got a smell. It's like, what's that smell? Oh, that's this stuff. It has a little bit of a tuna fish kind of smell. And what you want to do is you want to keep twisting it around until, see how it's like green and gray? Well, you don't want it to be green and gray. You want it to all be the same color, whatever color that turns into once you got it thoroughly mixed up. So, you see there's still some stripes of color, which I don't want. I want the color to be thoroughly annihilated. It's a good word, ain't it? Annihilated. Arr. So that's what we're doing. I was gonna use this box, but I don't think I even need the box. I guess maybe I was thinking about, how when you use JP Wells, you need to put it on something and mix it up because it's quite liquid. This stuff isn't liquid, so literally I didn't even need the box. I think if I make a good long strand of it like I'm doing, I can just take it out there and quite freely poke it right into the crack. And I'll take y'all with me. Let's see if we can find a place where I can sit you so that you can observe what I'm about to do. Now this doesn't dry terribly quickly, but it will start hardening up pretty quickly. So the difference between not terribly and pretty is vague, as is true in all southern explanations. So I wouldn't spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. I would just accept it for what it is and move on. That's my advice for you if you're trying to figure out me. pretty much in general. Okay. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. So there's the little pot. It's a pretty thing. And I'm going to sit you up here and aim you. Can you see the pot here? I can't see what you're seeing exactly. Maybe it would be better if I set you here. Can you see? Can you see the pot now? Okay. So I think I'm going to start right inside of here and just literally smash that right down onto there. Just like this. Just like this. And like this. And like, if it went down, literally down in the crack, it would actually be quite a good thing, I believe. Of course, I'm getting a little bit of that soot on my fingers, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I wet my fingers, just gotta keep it from sticking to my fingers as I'm mashing it down. So I'll go in the house and get some more. I'll mix up some more. And then hopefully I've got another tube of that. I think I do, somewhere. Well, this looks a lot worse than I expected. After I flipped it up, you can see that crack runs all the way around, and also it goes, there's cracks out in here and out in here and out in here. I don't know if I got enough stuff to fix that with. I could mix up some cement. I don't know if I got anything other than mortar mix though. I'm about to think about what I have that I can put in there, and I'm going to need to clean that up a goodly bit to get anything that I put in there to stay put. So let me think about this some more. I could use a kind of caulking if it had anything that was strong enough to stand up to fire. I'm going to have to think about it. Okay, this thing is pretty fragile. When I went to pick it up, all that part down at the bottom kind of separated. So I put a towel under it, and Honey Baby got on one side and I got on the other, and we lifted it like as if it were a little round man, like Humpty Dumpty on a stretcher. And so we lifted Humpty Dumpty up and we brought him in here and we set him close to the heat so he could be drying out. And I went to the store and got some of this, which I've never used before, but it's called Fast Plug Hydraulic Cement. And I'm going to go over and scoop out some of this dirt. Scoop out all this dirt if I can. And we'll take it outside because we don't need to be including the dirt in the repair process, I don't think. There's a goodly bit of old, dried up residue stuff in the bottom here. We're just going to get all that in this little jug and we'll take it outside. And then I'm going to mix up a bunch of this stuff. And let's see if we can just do a big patch job. It actually dries very quickly, so we may wind up rolling Humpty Dumpty around while we're patching him up. Oh, we go.